You can't see what I see, cause I'm me, you can't see.
Ooh, what's going on, people? It's your boy Levi. I'm back in the building, man. Yes, I see what time it is, man. I got another reaction for y'all today, man. And today, man, we got a request, man, from one of my dope ass subscribers. Or if you just was in the comment section, man, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment right now. This video right here, man, is Savages from the 6. This shit is called Flippa. Savages from the 6. And I'm guessing the guy name here is Flippa. I'm not for sure. I don't know what this video is about, bro. I'm not for sure if I've done these guys before. But I don't know. I've been getting a lot of Toronto requests lately. Appreciate y'all for that. But yeah, I don't know too much about it, man. Shout out to Mind Soul 6. And like I said, this is a request, so let's go ahead and get into it, man. Hit that like, blow it up. Let's go.
A birdie with a bird, I kill some more. These sticks we birdie, yeah, when we ball.
So today, I'm going to be talking about 29-year-old Saeed Muhaydin, who's better known as Postman or Flippa.
Wait. These Toronto niggas. Okay. I had to think, because I remember I've seen this guy before, bro. This guy right here. He was singing, bro, and doing some shit. Right?
I'm going to be talking about 29-year-old Saeed Muhaydin, who's better known as Postman or Flippa.
Okay.
He's from a tough area in Toronto called Lawrence Heights, in a neighborhood that in 2009 was labeled the murder capital, known as Jungle.
Lawrence Heights.
He's part of the Go Get 'Em gang, a group who's not only established themselves in the streets, but also in the music scene. Flippa raps alongside Top 5, another popular rapper from the same area.
Yeah, Top 5. That's the nigga who be melodizing on the songs and shit, bro. I've heard the song. It was just like a mixture of songs and shit, and I've seen this video with the song. And yeah, okay. Toronto.
Who's infamously known for trying to check Lil TJ when he was in Toronto for a show.
Okay, so that was him that did that shit. I remember that shit. I was like, why the fuck is he fucking with Lil TJ for? Ain't nobody allowed near the ends without checking in. I guess TJ said shit. I ain't had it. What happened with that whole situation was like, I guess it was like, man, I guess it just went downhill. I mean, ain't nothing happened, bro. Like, I guess that nigga said you got to check in, TJ. TJ like, hell nah, man.
Now, let's take a look into Flippa's documented history and see what makes him a savage from the 6. Flippa's history in the streets most likely dates much further back, but the first documented instance of him is from the spring of 2013. On April 4th, a bank robbery occurred in west of Toronto, in Mississauga, at a Bank of Montreal branch. Police say a man walked into the branch in the early afternoon and handed the teller a note that demanded cash, but the teller pressed a panic button that set off an alarm, and the suspect fled the bank empty-handed.
You know that's gonna happen.
No one was injured, and the suspect had...
They pressed that little red button in there, right? Oh, you want 20,000? I got you. Just give me a minute. No, give me the...
apparent weapon. Now, it's not clear how the police linked him to the incident, but they put a warrant out for Flippa's arrest for robbery. His professional savage career started early.
And they look mad as hell, bro.
The next documented instance of Flippa was in the summer of 2015. This time, he was way across the country, in Fort McMurray, Alberta, which is a small town, but known to have a relatively high crime rate.
Alberta.
In the early morning of June 2nd, 2015, the RCMP were called to Richard Street. When they arrived, they found a 32-year-old man suffering from a single gunshot wound. He was transported to the hospital in stable condition. Another incident happened about a month later. On July 10th, at around 3 a.m., RCMP responded to reported gunshots in the Charles and Hainault Street area. When they arrived, they found that no one had been shot, but several buildings and parked cars were sprayed with bullets. Police believed it was a targeted shooting. Once again, it's not clear how the police connected Flippa to the shootings, but he was charged with 1 count of aggravated assault, 1 count of careless use of a firearm, 1 count of possession of a weapon for a dangerous purpose, and 2 counts of discharging a firearm with intent,
but they ain't even see the nigga
among
do it.
other offenses.
That's the thing.
We're now brought back to Toronto in 2019 for Flippa's next alleged crime. On March 19th, emergency crews responded to the Junction area around to reports of a daylight shooting. Upon arrival to the scene, the police officers and paramedics located a 22-year-old man who was suffering from gunshot wounds. They quickly transported him to the hospital, but he later died.
So what's going on with Flippa? Flippa just going all over the place, just shooting people, cars and houses. Is he got mental issues or something, or he looking for somebody? Like, what's going on, bro? 'Cause you don't just go out, nigga, to a whole nother spot and just shoot up houses and cars and shit. Like,
identified as Jerome Bell, nicknamed Murda, who was also a rapper and a supposed rival of the Go Get 'Em gang.
okay.
The case went cold for over a year before the police suddenly announced that they had made an arrest in connection to the shooting. Flippa was charged with first-degree murder, alleging he was a shooter who killed Jerome Bell. This is the case that he is currently in jail for. There hasn't been a trial yet, so he is innocent until proven guilty. Even though he was behind bars,
Okay,
he
I
still
did do a
managed to
reaction
get
on
caught
it.
up in yet another case.
I apologize, y'all. I did do a reaction on it. That's why he sent the shit to me. And I actually did a reaction on this damn video. I done did so much damn work, bro. I be working, bro.
For something that had happened several months prior to his arrest. In the early afternoon of November 4th of 2019, police rushed to a plaza by the Queensway and West Mall area after several frantic calls came in about someone being shot. When emergency crews arrived, they found a man laying outside the UPS store suffering multiple gunshot wounds. He was rushed to the hospital but succumbed to his injuries. The victim was quickly identified as Antonio Scratch Fiorda, 50, who lived in Maple. Police claimed the man was a mob enforcer and had ties to a mob called the Calabrian Camiso family.
Damn, bro. You don't know what people be into.
He was apparently a made man. It said that he got out of his Audi and was walking towards the entrance of the plaza when a man got out of a black pickup truck that was parked close by and fired at the man from point-blank range.
That got to do with Flippa.
Because of the man's mob history, the police believe the killing might have been a paid hit. Now this is a guy who in 1996 was charged after the police found an AK-47, a pipe bomb, and other explosives in his North York home.
Nigga got a bomb.
He ended up doing prison time for the charges, as well as served a
shit.
prior sentence for extortion. So this was a serious dude with some real connections. On May 19, 2020, almost 6 months into the investigation of Antonio's murder, police charged Flippa with first-degree murder for the killing. At the time he was charged, he had already spent a few months in prison for his alleged involvement in the homicide of Murda. Both of these cases have yet went to trial, so Flippa may very well end up beating them and getting out. In which case, he'll be known for being a rapper who really lives what they rap.
Yeah, he living it.
Alright folks, so that's it for the documented history of Flippa. I hope you enjoyed the video and I'll catch you on the next one.
Alright, bro, appreciate that video. He definitely living where he's rapping, because a lot of these niggas, they just saying shit, and it's not like we want them to do that shit, but like, don't be out here promoting that shit and you've never been through none of that, you did shit, like, stop it, bro. Don't be putting that into the atmosphere, bro. Savages from the 6, man. Flippa. I'ma see y'all on the next one. Peace.
You can't see what I see, cause I'm me,